is the sacrifice. Amen. Glory to God. I'm excited about this word because I know it's a word that came from God. I know that the Lord spoke to my heart and said, this is what I want you to bring to this revival this week. And listen, we done already shouted, okay? We done already worshiped, we done already, so we don't have to do that now. Right now we have to be fed, and right now we have to be cut. Right now we have to be allow the word of God to go in with the two-edged sword and go in, and he's gonna come right back out with the healing salve. Why? Because he's the balm of Gilead. Amen. Yes. How many know if you take that 3 6s, it don't taste good, but it does good? Glory to God. It don't taste good, but it sure does the job. Amen. Hallelujah. So tonight, we're going to prepare our hearts to receive the word. We're not going to put up walls and fences and say, "No, this is not for me. This is for girlfriend." And so, no, everybody knows that this is for me. It's for the preacher. It's for the preacher. Tell somebody it's for the preacher too. Amen. The word don't come to me; it come through me. Amen. Sometimes like a freight train, I'll be like, wait, Lord. Give me a minute. But I know that there are times when we may find it difficult to hear the voice of God when we are under fire. How many have been in some fiery trials lately? How many have gone through a process that you're like, God, what in the world is going on? I'm serving you all I can, God, I'm doing all I can. Lord, have mercy. What is going on?
Amen.
We're going to understand tonight why the fire is so intense. Because ain't no sacrifice without the fire. Amen. Oftentimes God will send someone with a word that we need right in the midst of our stuff. And sometimes God will send somebody with a word before we enter into our fire. So don't sit here because you ain't going through nothing now.
All right.
Tell somebody, keep living.
Keep living.
You might not need it today, but tomorrow, it might not go on your door. And you need to remember what it is that the Lord has deposited tonight. Amen.
Amen.
Because I believe that what I say will be something that we've all heard. We've heard a lot of these things. God is probably always speaking to us. I believe that many times when we come to services like this, God has already been kind of leading us in a certain vein and leading us in a certain way. And what he'll do is send someone to just to confirm. God don't mind repeating himself. How many of us have children? And we say, Bob, he go over to the bathroom and give him a brush that's up on the top of the can. And Papa saying, he go all the way to the bathroom and come back and say, Mama, what you say? You don't mind repeating yourself because you want what you're sending for. Amen?
That's right.
So God doesn't mind repeating himself. So don't ever be afraid to ask God to say it again. Can you say, God, say it again?
God, say it again.
Glory to God. So we're talking today about where is the sacrifice. And you can turn your Bibles over to Genesis chapter 22. So when we begin to read, you'll already be in place. Amen. And so we're living in times when people are doing everything they can to get 15 minutes of fame. Amen. Y'all know this is the day who's the best dancer, who's the best singer. We got more contests, we got American Idol, we got the World Idols. You can do this, all this stuff.
You got a word already.
And so people are looking for fame. They're looking for that opportunity to shine. Why? Because there's purpose on the inside of each and every one of us. We all know there's something in us that tells us that we were born for something greater. There is nothing wrong with understanding that we were born for something greater. Amen?
Say on, amen.
Now more than ever, people are seeking fame and fortune and their moment in center stage. We all have been into that place. Amen? We want the spotlight on us for at least about 15 minutes. Amen? It seems people are willing to do just about anything. I see some strange stuff. I'm like, I didn't know the body could do that.
Amen.
I mean, but you know what it does? It causes people to tap into all the abilities that they have. Amen? But many times we're looking for someone else outside of us to validate us. These opportunities validate us as a person. It gives us value and worth. Amen? And with the advancement of technology and social media, we can be around the globe in seconds. One thing we do can go viral in a matter of moments.
Matter of moments.
The desire of the world's wealth and goods used to be something that believers approached with caution.
Come on, Holy Ghost.
Listen to me now. But now many of us have thrown caution to the wind, right?
It's sad but true.
It's true.
And have thrown away the concept that we were created to worship God. And we've turned around to begin to worship ourselves. Where is the sacrifice? Many have forsaken the idea of bringing glory to God's name, to heaping the glory upon themselves and making their own name
You got a word.
great.
Come on, come on, come
Todd
on.
Delaney has a song says that great name. And we sing it in church, but in our hearts, we're singing my great.
Wow.
Preach, Holy Ghost.
Man.
Preach.
Where is the sacrifice? God has given me a word, and it's very sobering, and I understand that that's just kind of the way He uses me. So I am unapologetic. Amen. I am who I am by the grace of God. I do what He tells me to do. Amen. Glory to God. It is designed to. This word is designed to grow us up. This is not a milk word. This is not oatmeal and pablum and grits. And this is steak tonight. Amen.
It's real stuff.
Because many of us have been fooled. And we've been deceived.
You got a word.
And have our feet planted in two worlds.
Preach, Holy Ghost. Preach.
And we go to places, gathering congregations in places like this. And it's okay that we mix the two. Just so that we can have a packed house. Amen.
Preach, Holy
We don't
Ghost.
want to offend nobody. We don't want to run nobody away. We want you to come and say, Pastor, that was a good message. But it wasn't a message that changed my life.
Come on, Holy Ghost. You got a word.
As I said on Sunday, as I ministered, if you can come to me and you live in a certain kind of lifestyle, you can tell me, good message, Pastor. But it didn't provoke you to change. I failed.
That's right.
I take the responsibility because I missed something
Change.
that God wanted to or needed to have said.
Preach, Holy
But
Ghost.
because I was afraid that I might offend you,
Preach, Holy Ghost.
I just told you that your healing was on the way, that your money was in the mail, and your breakthrough was around
Oh,
the
that makes you
corner.
happy.
I don't know. We get those, right? You know, because if you could, because you know, there's a couple of phrases that are kind of like viral, like only God can judge me, and God knows my heart. This is really good. God knows my heart. He knows my heart, but He sees your activity.
Yes, He does.
Definitely know you. Amen.
Yes, Lord.
Words like standards, boundaries, and integrity have been taken out of many of the sermons we're hearing today. They've been replaced with fluffy and flowery smooth talk
Preach, Holy
about our
Ghost.
blessings being on the way. I mean, everybody wants a blessing. I'm blessed in the city, and I'm blessed in the field. I'm on top and right, and I'm blessed in the store. The fruit of my womb is blessed. Amen?
Preach.
But we cannot believe the lie and think that God does no longer require a sacrifice.
All right.
Holy Ghost.
And so the question I present again tonight is, where is the sacrifice? Don't turn with me. I'm going to go quickly over to Matthew chapter 16. I'm going to read something for you because, you know, it's easy to preach things from the Old Testament and people can dismiss and say, well, you know, that was the old covenant. We ain't in that no more. We under grace and we're in a different dispensation right now. So we don't really have to, you know, pay attention to that because, you know, because that was in the Old Testament. But I'm going to turn to Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. You can mark it, you can write it down, or you can just hear me. But I know in my Bible it's in red.
Go ahead, baby.
And it says, then said Jesus unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Thank God she in the house again. Praise the Lord. Thank you, girl.
Glory and be how
There she is over there. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. Now, some going to tell you don't need to carry no cross because we are under the finished works of Christ.
Preach, Holy Ghost.
But Jesus in the red in my Bible says, deny himself, sacrifice.
Yeah.
And take up his cross, sacrifice, and follow
That's
me. For whosoever will save his life, I love the way Amplified puts it, for whoever is bent on saving his temporal life, his comfort and security here, shall lose it. Lose it what? Eternal life. And whoever loses his life, comfort and security here, for my sake, shall find it. Find it what? Eternal life. I'm just saying. So there's a problem in the translation that I'm getting. Because if it's finished, I don't need no cross.
No.
If it's finished, I don't need the sacrifice.
Wow.
Sacrifice, as defined in Merriam-Webster, I had to look that up today. I said, let me look that up and kind of see what it says so we can kind of get an understanding of what it is that we're talking about when we're talking about sacrifice. Because, you know, we raise offerings in the church.
You got the word, baby. Come on.
And they say, come on, sacrifice.
Huh.
Sacrifice your Burger King money. We know you want to go buy the hot sausages after church. We know you want to buy the frozen cups in the outlet. Sacrifice that. That ain't really hurting. You ain't really feeling that $25, $35, $45, $5 for the Whopper special.
Yeah.
That ain't no real sacrifice. Because truth be told, you got some more tucked somewhere else. Okay, so Merriam-Webster defines sacrifice as this. It says it's an act of offering to a deity. We know that a deity is a supreme being, high being, in our case, God, right? Yes. An act of offering to a deity, to God, something precious. It is. Especially the killing of it on an altar.
Come on, Holy Ghost.
I remember a story, and it just popped right back in my head. There was a time when God told King David that he wanted him to go down and that David wanted to go and do a sacrifice. And he went and he observed the field, and he said, this is a perfect field. So he went to the person who owned the field. He said, I want to buy this field because I want to sacrifice to God. I want to build an altar here. And because he was the king, because he had status, because of who he was, he had power and influence, the owner said, baby, you can just have it. You ain't got to pay me nothing. You can just go ahead. But David said, I can't offer God something that doesn't cost me anything.
All right. Gotta cost you something. Yeah.
So if it ain't costing you nothing, it might not.
Come on now. Come on.
You got a word, honey.
Yes, Lord. Gotta cost you something.
Sacrifice. Merriam-Webster says it's something often in sacrifice. The destruction or surrender of something for the sake of something else. You got to understand that when you go high, when you sacrifice it on the altar.
Come on.
We got to look at Jesus. Jesus is the pattern, right?
Yeah.
Jesus was sacrificed on the altar of the cross. Right? And it looked like it was over.
Come on, darling.
It looked like it was done.
Yeah.
End of story. Defeat. No way out. That's what it looked like.
That's what it looked
But
like.
tell somebody to give God a little time.
No.
In 3 days, the power of the resurrection visited the sacrifice.
Oh, yes. And then,
The thing is this. Romans chapter 12. I'm just go there. Romans chapter 12. Romans chapter 12, verse 1. Yeah. Okay. Romans chapter 12. Romans chapter 12, verse 1. Okay, here we go. I love this. Verse 12, chapter 12, verse 1. Romans chapter 12, verse 1 says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, right? By the mercies of God. That means I'm begging you about everything God got. That you present your bodies as a living sacrifice. And I brought that up because the thing about a living sacrifice, you can always pick it back up again.
Well, it's
And many of us are guilty. We take it and we put it on the altar.
Mama.
And then when it look like God taking too long, we gonna pick it back up and say, I'll fix it myself.
Go ahead.
We don't allow resurrection power
Come on,
to come and give life to the thing that we say we keep on the altar. So that's why we can keep falling into stuff. Because we ain't really sacrificing. Because if something dead, should nobody be raising it but the power of God.
That's right.
But if we can go and pick that thing back up, put it back on again, walk back out the door, meet that appointment, make that rendezvous somewhere.
Preach, Holy Ghost.
That's right. That's good. It's the truth, though. That's right.
When God sacrificed.
The last definition. Something given up or lost.
Come on.
Yeah. Something given up or lost.
Prime example. None of this in the notes, but it's in the presence. The Apostle Paul, I believe it was in Philippians, and he was talking about all his accolades and all the things that he had accomplished in life. He said, but I count it all as lost. I count it all as done for the sake of the cross. While we're seeking after fame, Paul was seeking the lead on. Jesus healed people. He performed miracles for people. And what did he say? Don't tell. Because it's not the fame of the world he was seeking.
Hallelujah.
He said it was he came to seek and to save that which was
lost. That's right.
We can't allow ourselves to be deceived into thinking that God is some big sugar daddy in the sky.
Come on. Come on now. He's not.
He is he is the Most High God, who because of his great love for us has given us access to him by his grace through the blood sacrifice of his own son. You got to understand, God is not requiring anything of us that he has not given.
All right.
And I love the fact that Jesus, the Bible said, who was our high priest, who was in all points tempted like as we are. He is touched with the feeling of our infirmity, which means been there, done that, got the victory.
Yeah.
Not just for him, but for us.
For us. Hallelujah, God.
There are blessings for believers. There are experiences and seasons of breakthrough in our life, but we must be mature enough to understand that what God does and always has required was a sacrifice. And this, because we're in this flesh, there will be a continual request. There should be continual offering of sacrifice. Because as soon as God gives us victory over something else, he said, you got that, now let me show you what else you need to deal with.
That's right.
Let me show you something else that needs to go on. The thing about God, he doesn't show it to us all at once.
Nope.
We'll look at it and say, God, this is just impossible. I just can't deal with this. I just can't do this. God, I got all that.
Yep.
That's too much.
Got to deal with it.
So he'll show us one area at a time. He said, let's deal with your bitterness right now. Let's deal with your unforgiveness right now. Let's deal with your laziness right now.
That's good. It's a good word.
And he'll show you one thing at a time. And as we begin to get victory, our faith begins to strengthen. And we'll say, God did it before.
That's right.
He'll do it again.
He'll do it again.
Glory to God. Let's get into the meat of what we want to talk about tonight. And I'll be here probably another 20 minutes and we're done. Amen. Let's turn back to Genesis chapter 22. Genesis chapter 22.
All right. Good word.
There is reading, but there is power in the word. Amen?
Always.
There's power in the word.
Yes, sir.
So, this is the account of Abraham. This is the account of Abraham being tested by God to offer Isaac. Remember when the definition said that he had something precious?
Yes.
Isaac was the most precious thing that Abraham had.
Absolutely. Yes.
Amen?
Amen.
How many have believed God for something for years? You've prayed and prayed, and finally God brought that thing to pass in your life. You say, God, now I can rest. But what if God came to you and say, now give it back?
Give it back.
So precious.
Oh, wow.
We can't look at the Bible like a Bible story, like a children's book. We have to look at the Bible like real life because that's what it is. Something's happening here. And so, So this is what happened. He finally, after all those years, gave birth, was able to bring Isaac in and gave birth to Isaac. And God said, now I'm going to test you. Because I ain't playing musical chairs with the throne of
Preach,
your
Holy
heart.
Ghost, preach.
So I got to see if Isaac in my chair.
I love it. I love it.
Isn't that what he's saying? Yeah. He said, I have to see if Isaac is in my seat. And I know it already, but you need to know.
That's real right there.
And there is so much we can learn from this. And we'll go further. Let's read the text real quick. Genesis chapter 22. Starting at verse number 1, right?
Yes.
And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham. The original translation that actually said prove, because we know God don't tempt nobody. He will prove us and he will test us, but he will not tempt us to do evil. Amen. And so it said the Bible said that actually that word means that he tested and proved him. Amen. So God did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, behold, here am I. How many of us can even hear God call? Another message, another time. And he said, take now thy son, thy only son. And you understand how he emphasized your only son? That means I want the thing that's most precious.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because there was some other things he could have asked Abraham to give. He had much money, he had much cattle, he had much wealth. He didn't want his son. He said, I want to deal with the thing that's competing with the throne of your heart.
I love this. I love this.
Yeah.
Word,
All right.
So stop saying, God, why me? Because God knows that there's a competition going on. That's why you.
Jesus.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Woo! I'm talking about me, y'all. Yeah, listen, don't worry. I know it sounds like I'm talking about y'all. Been there. I got this.
Yeah.
Listen, I got to pump for them. I was like, God, I know you playing with me. And I done served you all my life. And you gonna come to me like this? You gonna step to me like that? But something's competing with the throne of your heart.
Come on, Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
God had to shake that thing.
Oh, yes.
God had to sort of shake it in my life so that I could understand who belonged on the seat.
You got a word.
Talk about me. Now you can grab on if you want to.
That's real.
Verse 2. And he said, take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou love. Not the stuff you like. Not the stuff you can do without.
Oh, the stuff you
And
love.
get thee in the land of Moriah. That word Moriah is translated chosen by Jehovah. I'm going to take you to the place where I choose to test you. I ain't letting you choose. And offer him therefore a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass and took 2 of his young men with him and Isaac his son and clave the wood for the burnt offering and rose up and went unto the place of which God had told him to go. He was obedient.
That's right. That's right.
That was the first step toward the sacrifice. That was the first step toward his deliverance. That was the first step toward him understanding that God really got my heart. Because otherwise, I'm standing in my bed. I ain't taking my son nowhere. He mine. You gave it to me. I ain't getting him back.
Go ahead, Jesus. Go ahead.
Ask me for something else. God ain't had to come and confirm and send a prophet 25 times to confirm the same word. He heard it the first time.
That's right. That's true.
I'm just saying. Woo, that word confirm. How many confirmations do we need?
How many? How many?
Ooh, that word so confirmed.
How many do we need?
And if he keeps repeating himself, you didn't hear him.
Amen.
All right.
Do you notice that the original text for the word here is impossible to hear and not obey?
That's
It's
right.
one word. You can't hear God and not obey. You didn't hear.
That's good.
Not in all of this.
I'm better than I know.
You got a word, darling.
And so, verse 4. Then on the 3rd day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said unto his young men, abide ye here with the ass, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship. Understand, this is one of the first, I think this is the first time that the word worship was used in the Bible. And understand, it was connected with sacrifice.
All right.
Worship and sacrifice are talked about in the same place. Oh, I'm a worshiper, really? What have you killed? What have you allowed to die in your life? Because if you're a worshiper, you got to understand sacrifice.
That's good. That's good. This is
Because
good.
worship ain't about you.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
It's about him.
Yeah.
Worship is bestowing worth on the object of your affection. If it's your car, there's a problem.
Come on now. Come on.
If it's your house, that's a problem. If it's your ministry, that's a problem.